Okay, so we were talking about generalization, and since this is just a informal recording, I'm not going to reverse it. Yes, everyone is here. Okay, now, here's generalization notation. Generalization is denoted by a triangle which points towards the superclass. The superclass can have more than one direct subclass. Okay, so very simple. The superclass is on top. Well, in this, actually, whether it's top or bottom doesn't make a difference. The subclass points to the superclass. Please take note that the arrowhead is a empty triangle. All right. Okay. UML is pretty particular about this kind of notation, and since this is open book, you should not be using the wrong notation. Clear? Right? Okay. So how do you do inheritance in Java? If I have this class diagram on the right, then what I do is the superclass I will just declare as per normal, right? It is just a class called person with a private string name and a private int age. In order to have a employee to inherit a person, the keyword for Java is extends. So public class employee extends person, right? Then after that, Java will automatically inherit everything for the employee, and you just define the employee as per normal. Simple, straightforward. Any questions? Okay, I assume no questions. All right. Last part. Okay, we are talking about interfaces. If you recall interface, what happens is that we have an interface. Let's see, we have an interface class. Okay, Jack. Should have used my pen. Let me try that again. Okay, so we have an interface class, right? And if you recall, this is much better. If you recall what's an interface, it is an abstract class with nothing but abstract operations. Okay, so the no, it's different. It's different. This is electronic. Okay, so yeah, my wife was helping, suggesting another stylus. Okay, anyway, what happens is that in UML, you denote an interface by simply there are basically two ways you can do it. One way is by the stereotype called interface. Okay, and the stereotype is denoted by these two less than and greater than signs. Okay, another way is you can um actually no, sorry, actually that's interface, right? But since an abstract class is the same, is almost the same as an interface, right? Some people elect to just do this in italics, the name of the class in italics. So let me remove all this. Okay, starting to get a little bit messy. Okay, so one way to do an interface, so if I have a base interface and I just want to say it's an abstract class, I will do it in italics. So base interface. I'm trying to do it in italics. Okay, right? But it's actually, when you're writing on paper, it's probably simpler just to write the stereotype. Can? Okay, now to repeat, an interface is an abstract class with nothing but abstract operations. And if there's a concrete class that implements an interface, the notation is this. You have a dotted line with a empty triangle arrowhead. Okay, notice that this notation is very similar to inheritance. Okay, but you're using a dotted line instead of a solid line. Okay, the reason is because implementing an interface and inheriting a class is actually quite similar, right? In that, what it basically means is that this concrete class will have some kind of implementation of this function, func1. Okay, and it sort of inherits the operation in that sense. Okay, now in terms of the Java code for this, right? Once again, it's very simple. To declare an interface, you use the keyword interface. So in this case, we have a public interface, we call it base interface. So public interface, that's the keyword. You declare your methods, and in this case, there's one method called func1. It takes as an input an integer, right? And it returns an integer. It is public. Okay, and you notice that there's no code body. It ends with a semicolon. Okay. This because it's interface, there should be no code body. Do not put open and close brackets, right? For an empty code body, right? Any concrete class that implements the base interface, you use the keyword implements, right? It must have a specification for every single operation inside the base interface. So in this case, it has the func1 operation, and it must have some kind of code body within your open and close braces. Simple? Any issues? All of this is probably revision. You've done this in OOP. Can? No issues? Okay, and that's basically it. That's this entire... In this, so basically what we did today is we had a quick recap of class diagrams, talking about how you transform class diagrams into Java code. We talked about inheritances, and we talked about interfaces. Okay, now, and that's all we're going to cover for today, right? Now, I've only spent 1.5 hours of a 3-hour lesson. So what I would like all of you to do is, you know the tutorial? You will have 2 more questions, right? We have activity 3 and we have activity 4. Okay, what I'd like all of you to do is, hey, this is BCR, right? So that's homework. Please do your activity 3 and 4, and then on Thursday when I see you guys in class, we will go over them. Okay? Yes, everybody got it? Right? Okay, so I will that so ends this interesting BCR session. Okay, I will stop recording. Stop the recording. How do I stop the recording? I will stop the recording now.